What are you guys making for dinner? Hi, I'm Catherine O'Brien at happywithbaby.com, and I have to say, that is my absolute most dreaded question of the day for my kids, because usually it comes with, I don't like that, and that doesn't taste good, or I don't want that tonight, or can't we go out to eat? And it's just always been like a dreaded thing. Like, some little fun facts about me. I don't like to cook. I'm not a very good cook, and I'm not one of those people that can have whatever in my refrigerator and just kind of like put something together that tastes amazing. I have some friends that can do that. I have a cousin who's an amazing chef, and yeah, I like just wish that was a talent I have. And I just, when my husband and I first met, that first year we dated and we went out probably 3 to 4 times a week, I'm guessing. I think we ate in twice. I think I made him 2 meals, and then I think he made me 1 meal. So it was that's not a really good record. So yeah, so cooking was definitely not a thing. And one of the things I'll talk to parents about is how to make your life easier, how to do things, take things off your plate. And especially if you have a new baby, cooking is usually one of those hard things to do, and it's good to find a way to delegate them. And I know that we had done this program where you would go in and prep 12 to 15 meals and then put them all into Ziploc bags, and you can freeze them and then pull them out and it'd have the directions. And that was amazing, since at the time I was I can follow a recipe for the most part without totally screwing that up. But this totally made it easier because everything was right there ready to go. Now that was, granted, that was 9 years ago. My son just turned 9. And they've come up with so many great things, because now you can order food, and have it delivered directly to you, which I highly recommend any of those, especially if you have young kids or a young baby and it's just making food is the challenge. You also have those programs where they'll deliver, the food, and then you just prep it, and that sounds great and amazing as well. But someone had recommended this program where they send you the recipes, and then you can pick which recipes and then go grocery shopping and do all that. So it's actually called eMeals, and I'm not affiliated at all. So that's emeals.com. And the awesome thing about it is they have I think I counted a couple days ago, and it was 21 different plans. So they have vegetarian and vegan and slow cook meals, and right now I'm doing the clean eating, or what's another, gosh, there's just so many. They even have all recipe meals. So they'll send you every week. So it comes out on Wednesday. So I just got one. I haven't even looked at it yet. And it's 7 meals for the week. And then you pick the ones that you want. So you can have it on an app, or you can have it on your phone, which is super convenient. So you pick, say there's 7 meals, but oh, I'm not going to make 7 meals, every day. You pick I picked 4 this week. So I picked the 4 meals, and then it gives you a shopping list of the things that you need from that. And so then you can go through and check off the things you already have, or you don't need, or maybe you don't like maybe ask for jalapenos and you're I don't like spicy stuff, so you don't want that. So you check off the things that you already have, or you don't want, or don't need. And then you can go to the grocery store with that shopping list, which is great because it even divides it up in sections, refrigerated and produce and stuff like that, which is awesome, because usually when I make a shopping list, they're all mixed in, and then I'm oh crap, I forgot the eggs over there, and you're going back and forth a million times. So that makes it super convenient. And then the other cool thing, which I have yet to do, and I keep telling myself I really want to do it, is if you have Instacart, you can even send it, and it will send your recipe or your shopping list directly to Instacart, and then it will you can have it delivered to you to your house, which is super cool and super convenient. And I really, really want to try that, except that I might not ever go back to the grocery store. And I also like to shop at Trader Joe's, and that's not an option. So that's probably one of the main reasons I haven't done it yet. But anyway, so super convenient, super easy. And I have to say that probably most of the time, at least 3 out of 4 of us like the recipes. And that's usually my 5-year-old, who is definitely a more picky eater, but she'll eat bits and pieces of things of it. And I don't end up having to make her anything else. I usually can, get something away, or once I eventually get her to try it, she usually likes it too. So that's been like super helpful and amazing. And it's just nice not to have to like think about it. Like tonight I work a little bit later, have a couple other clients I have to see today. And I just know that when I go home and I make dinner, like I know what I'm going to make. I know it's like pretty much ready to go. Because I was able to prep some stuff, and it'll just be like so easy. And the other cool thing is, like, say you do pick a certain like recipe plan, you can change at any time. So like if I get something, I'm like, oh, none of these really sound good, I can look at any of the other recipe or any of the other menus at any time too, which is super cool. And there's been times where I've taken like one or two things from different menu plans, and so that makes it really nice. And they have like, they're usually always take me less than 30 minutes, which is convenient too. And even my husband, who's not a cook either, like that's probably bad planning that neither one of us like to cook, is like he can even like put them together, because we'll walk you step by step on the recipes on how to do them and stuff like that. So that's been like super great. So, and it's, it's pretty affordable. The cool thing too is that the first 14 days is free. So you can try out like 2 weeks worth of menus and look at them and try out the features and everything and decide if it's something that might work for you. And then after that, if you sign up for like a year, it's like $5 a month, I think. I'm pretty sure. And then if you want to just do it for 3 months, it's $10. And then they also have menu plans for like breakfast and lunch. Like I think that comes together. And then they also do special occasions, which I did one time. And like they'll do like for the holidays, but then they'll also do like one time it was like a chili cook-off, and they gave like 3 or 4 different chili recipes. And so like I had a family dinner or whatever, and I made a few different chili recipes, which I had never done. And that was like really kind of fun to do. So, lots of fun, creative things. And it's super easy. It's convenient. And I just highly recommend it. Like even just try it for those 2 weeks and see how it works. And if it's something that you could use and make life a little bit easier when it comes to I think it saves a lot of time with like food planning, it's like you don't have to go through the recipe books or whatever. They're all just like right there. It can save you a lot of time, probably a lot of money. Like you're not buying extra foods that then you don't eat, because if you're like me, you don't know how to mix different things together or at least make them taste great. So anyway, so I hope that's a good helpful hint. It's definitely one of my favorite things, and I've actually been doing it for at least I think about 6 months now, which is huge. So that's how I know it's like working for me, because usually I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this, and I'll do it for, a few weeks or whatever, and then I stop doing it. But I'm actually still using it, and it's been great, and I hope that it's super helpful and convenient to you. And if you have something that you love that makes your life easier in the kitchen, I would love to hear about it, because I'm always looking for new things to share with my family. So thank you guys, and hope you all have a great day. Bye.